1974. Arnold has been training every single day for 3 years. No rest. Franco, take a week off. Arnold, never. Then he gets the flu, forced to rest for 5 days. When he returns, he adds 10 pounds to every lift and asks, "Why didn't I do this sooner?" Los Angeles, August 1974. Monday morning, 6 a.m. Gold's Gym on Hampton Drive. Arnold Schwarzenegger walks through the door, like he has every single morning for the past 3 years. No exceptions. No days off. No rest weeks. Just training. Every day. 365 days a year. This is his religion, his discipline, his identity. While other bodybuilders take rest days, Arnold trains. While others schedule deload weeks, Arnold pushes harder. While others listen to their bodies and back off when fatigued, Arnold pushes through. Rest is weakness. Rest is for people who don't want it badly enough. Rest is what separates champions from pretenders. That's Arnold's philosophy. And it's worked. 3 Mr. Olympia titles. Undefeated for 3 years. The best physique in bodybuilding history. Clearly, his approach is correct. The results prove it. He sets down his gym bag, starts his warm-up, but something feels wrong. His body is heavy. His joints ache. His energy is flat. He chalks it up to a bad night's sleep. Pushes through. That's what champions do. Push through. Franco Columbu arrives 20 minutes later. Sees Arnold doing his warm-up sets. Arnold's moving slowly. His form is slightly off. His usual explosiveness isn't there. Franco walks over. "You okay?" Arnold racks the bar. Breathes. "Yeah, just tired." Franco studies Arnold's face. His eyes are slightly sunken. His skin looks pale. His energy is clearly depleted. "When was your last rest day?" Arnold thinks. "I don't take rest days." "I know. But when was the last time you took even 1 day off?" Arnold thinks harder. Genuinely can't remember. "Maybe 6 months ago. I had food poisoning. Couldn't train that day." Franco shakes his head. "Arnold, you've been training every single day for 3 years. Your body needs rest." Arnold waves this away. Picks up dumbbells for his next set. "My body is fine. Rest is overrated. You grow from training, not from sitting around." Franco doesn't argue. He's had this conversation with Arnold a dozen times. Arnold believes rest is weakness. Nothing Franco says will change his mind. But Franco can see it. The signs. The flat energy. The decreased explosiveness. The slight tremor in Arnold's hands. The overtraining symptoms are obvious. Arnold's body is breaking down. But Arnold refuses to see it. Tuesday. Same routine. 6 a.m. Arnold in the gym, moving through his workout. But the weights feel heavier than they should. His usual 315 pounds bench press feels like 350 pounds. His muscles aren't firing correctly. Everything is harder than it should be. He blames the temperature. Too hot. Too humid. Must be throwing off his performance. Wednesday. Worse. His throat is scratchy. His head aches. His body temperature feels elevated. But he trains anyway. Champions don't skip workouts because of minor discomfort. He manages his workout. Barely. But he completes it. That's all that matters. Showing up. Doing the work. Never quitting. Thursday morning. Arnold wakes up and immediately knows something is seriously wrong. His body is on fire. Fever. Chills. Severe body aches. His throat feels like broken glass. His head is pounding. He can barely get out of bed. The flu. Real flu. Not a cold. Not minor discomfort. Actual influenza. He lies back down. Considers his options. He should rest. Obviously. He's sick. His body is fighting an infection. Training would be stupid. But he hasn't missed a workout in 3 years. 3 years. 1,095 consecutive days of training. If he stops now, the streak ends. And the streak matters. The streak is proof of his discipline, his commitment, his superiority over everyone who takes days off. He tries to stand. His legs give out. He collapses back onto the bed. His body has made the decision for him. He physically cannot train today. His body won't allow it. For the first time in 3 years, Arnold Schwarzenegger does not train. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. Arnold in bed. Fever, aches, complete exhaustion. He tries to eat, but has no appetite. He tries to move, but has no energy. His body is forcing him to do the one thing he's refused to do for 3 years. Rest. Complete rest. Franco brings him soup. Checks on him daily. Makes sure he's hydrating. Makes sure he's not trying to train through it. Your body is telling you something, Franco says on Saturday. Maybe you should listen. Arnold, barely able to speak, just nods. Too weak to argue. By Monday evening, the fever breaks. Arnold's appetite returns. His energy starts coming back. He's not healthy yet, but he's recovering. Tuesday morning, 6 days since his last workout. Arnold wakes up feeling different. Not just recovered from the flu. Different. His body feels lighter. His joints feel better. The chronic ache in his shoulders is gone. The persistent pain in his lower back has disappeared. He stands, stretches. His range of motion is better than it's been in months. His muscles feel ready, not depleted, not exhausted. Ready. He goes to the gym, cautiously, not planning to push hard. Just ease back in. Light weights. Feel out his body after 6 days of forced rest. He starts with bench press. Loads 225 pounds. His usual warm-up weight. Does 15 reps. They feel easy. Surprisingly easy. Like he's lifting 185 pounds instead of 225. He adds weight. 275 pounds. 10 reps. Still easy. Easier than they should be. He adds more weight. 315 pounds. His usual working weight. Normally does 8 reps. Today, 12 reps. Clean. Controlled. Could have done more. Franco is watching. Eyes wide. Arnold. What's happening? Arnold racks the bar. Sits up. Breathing easily. Not even winded. I don't know. Everything feels lighter. He moves to squats. Same thing. His usual 405 pounds working weight feels like 365 pounds. He does sets of 10 when he normally does sets of 6. Deadlifts. Overhead press. Every exercise. Same result. He's stronger than he was 6 days ago. Significantly stronger. Not a little. A lot. Like he added 10 pounds to every single lift during 6 days of doing nothing. By the end of the workout, Arnold is stunned. Confused. This doesn't make sense. He took 6 days off. He lost his streak. His discipline broke. He should be weaker. Should have lost progress. Instead, he's stronger than he's been in months. Maybe years. Franco walks over as Arnold is finishing his cool down. So, Franco asks, "What do you think happened?" Arnold shakes his head. "I don't know. I did nothing for 6 days. Absolutely nothing. And now I'm stronger." Franco smiles. Like he's been waiting 3 years to say this. It's called recovery, Arnold. Your body needed rest. For 3 years, you've been breaking down muscle without giving it time to rebuild. You were overtraining. Badly. Your body was in a constant state of stress. No recovery. No adaptation. Just stress on top of stress on top of stress. Pauses. Then you got sick. Your body forced you to rest. And during those 6 days, your muscles actually recovered. Actually rebuilt. Actually adapted to all the training you've been doing. That's why you're stronger. Not despite the rest. Because of the rest. Arnold sits down. This is hard to accept. His entire identity for 3 years has been based on never resting. Never taking days off. Outworking everyone. And now Franco is telling him that not working was more effective than working? But I trained every day for 3 years. That built all this. Arnold gestures at his physique. Franco nods. Yes, you built an incredible physique. But imagine what you could have built if you'd been recovering properly. If you'd been giving your body time to adapt. If you'd been optimizing instead of just maximizing volume. Arnold is quiet. Processing. Franco continues. Arnold, You're not a machine. You're a biological organism. Organisms need stress and rest. You can't have only stress. That's not training. That's just breaking down. You need both. You stress the muscle in the gym. Then you rest so it can rebuild stronger. That's how growth works. Arnold looks at the weights he just lifted. Looks at his reflection in the mirror. Undeniable. He's noticeably fuller. More pumped. More recovered. More capable. So what you're saying is, I've been training wrong for 3 years. Franco shakes his head. Not wrong. Incomplete. You've been doing the stress part perfectly. World-class stress. But you've been skipping the recovery part. And recovery is when the actual growth happens. Muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow in bed. During sleep. During rest. During recovery. Arnold stands. Walks to the window. Looks out at the parking lot. Thinking. Franco gives him space. Lets him process. Finally, Arnold turns back. How many days off per week? Franco smiles. Arnold asking this question is huge. 3 years of stubbornness cracking. Depends. Your intensity level? Your volume? Probably at least 1 day. Maybe 2. And every 8th week, a full deload week. Half volume, half intensity. Active recovery. Arnold's face tightens. This is hard. Taking 2 days off per week feels like surrender. Feels like weakness. Feels like letting other bodybuilders catch up. But the evidence is undeniable. 6 days of forced rest made him stronger than 3 years of no rest. Okay, Arnold says finally. I'll try it. 1 rest day per week. We'll see what happens. Over the next 6 months, Arnold implements strategic rest into his training. 1 full rest day per week, usually Sundays. And every 8th week, a deload week. At first, it feels wrong. Like he's being lazy. Like he's giving up his edge. But the results speak for themselves. His strength continues to increase. His recovery improves. His injuries decrease. His energy levels stabilize. His sleep quality improves. His mood stabilizes. By February 1975, Arnold is in the best shape of his career. Bigger, stronger, more recovered, more sustainable. At the 1975 Mr. Olympia, Arnold wins his 6th title. His conditioning is the best it's ever been. His size is massive. His recovery is perfect. And for the first time in years, he's not chronically fatigued. After the show, Franco approaches him. So, was I right about rest? Arnold nods. You were right. I was overtrained for 3 years. I didn't know it because I'd never experienced proper recovery. I thought chronic fatigue was normal. I thought joint pain was just part of training hard. I thought slow progress was because I needed to train more. Pauses. But the opposite was true. I needed to train less. Or at least, rest more. The flu forcing me to rest was the best thing that happened to my training in years. Franco smiles. Sometimes your body is smarter than your ego. Arnold laughs. My ego has been running the show for a long time. Maybe it's time to let biology have a say. Years later, Arnold would tell this story at seminars. Young bodybuilders would ask about his training frequency, his split, his volume. And Arnold would say, I trained wrong for 3 years. Every day, no rest. I thought more was better. I thought rest was weakness. I thought champions never stop. Pauses. Then I got the flu. Couldn't train for 6 days. When I came back, I was stronger than I'd been in years. That's when I learned the most important lesson in training. You don't grow in the gym. You grow in recovery. The gym is where you create the stimulus. Recovery is where you create the adaptation. Pauses again. I won 3 Mr. Olympias while overtrained. Imagine what I could have done if I'd learned this lesson earlier. Don't make my mistake. Train hard, but rest harder. Because recovery is not the opposite of training. Recovery is half of training. The lesson isn't about laziness. It's about optimization. About understanding that more isn't always better. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes doing nothing is doing something. Arnold's ego told him to train every day. His biology told him to rest. For 3 years, He listened to his ego. Then his body forced him to listen to biology. And biology was right. Who in your life is overtraining? Not just in the gym, in work, in relationships, in commitments. Who's operating at maximum capacity with zero recovery? Who's proud of never taking a day off? Who thinks rest is weakness? And more importantly, are you that person? Are you grinding every day with no recovery? Are you proud of your chronic fatigue? Are you wearing your exhaustion as a badge of honor? Because Arnold did that for 3 years, and it limited him, made him weaker than he could have been, slower than he should have been, less recovered than he needed to be. Then 5 days of forced rest changed everything, made him realize that growth doesn't happen during stress. Growth happens during recovery from stress. The gym breaks you down. Rest builds you back up. You need both. Arnold learned this the hard way. After 3 years of only breaking down. After his body finally said enough and forced him to stop. Don't wait for the flu. Don't wait for injury. Don't wait for your body to force you to rest. Choose rest. Schedule it. Honor it. Because rest isn't the opposite of work. Rest is how work becomes progress. Arnold trained for 3 years straight and won 3 Olympias. Then he added rest and won 3 more. Same work, better recovery, better results. Muscles grow in bed, not in the gym. Arnold learned this in 1974, when he did nothing for 5 days and gained everything.